tonight, but we should be doing fine. We're going to be working on a calcite gemstone, which is this, and I was doing some practice stuff, and we're going to wire wrap this, and we're also going to be learning how to do chain links, which are fairly simple and fun. So welcome in, everybody. I'm glad to see you here. Sorry I'm running a few minutes late. I had a phone call that I was involved in, and it made me behind. So these are the chain links, and I'm going to show you how to do that and add the chain to it. And we're going to also be wire wrapping. So how's everybody doing tonight? Don't forget to like and share, and I appreciate you being here for everybody who showed up. This should be a lot of fun, and let's get rolling on this, and I hope everybody will be able to see okay. I'm going to get my tablet on over here so that I can see myself live. And I'll be able to see the chat. So there won't be any polymer clay tonight. And again, I apologize for not being here before because I've had quite a few things going on along with health and bad weather here. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you for supporting me while I'm doing this. And we are also going to do this is a coral quartz. We're going to chain this, and we're going to wire wrap this. I'm removing this top from it. Hopefully I can get to all these things tonight so you can see everything. So thank you again for coming in. I really appreciate it. Okay. In just 1 second here as I turn my screen around and make sure everybody can see what I'm doing. I removed normally I'm doing polymer clay and those kind of things, so I had a towel up here and I had to move that all out of the way. Okay, let's work on getting this turned around so you guys can see what's going on. And I may have to do that the other way. Hold on. Oops, it's showing me my modem and stuff. Okay, I'll be able to tell by this, hopefully, what I'm doing. It's still backwards, isn't it? No, it's not. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Okay. Yay. Okay, I'm giving my other screen over here a second to show me where this is focusing in on. How's everybody doing tonight? Can everybody hear me? Okay. Are you able to hear me in the chat? Just say yes or no, please. Okay, so can you hear me? Could you please respond if you can hear me? So we got wire cutters here that you're going to need to cut your wire in order to do this. Some chain nose pliers. And I use these square nose too, which are very nice and help. And also these are more precise wire cutters to cut down deeper into the wire. And these are to straighten out without damaging your wire, and also work harden if necessary. Can everybody see that? I may need to move this camera up a little more. Maybe too far down. Let's see if that's any better. So where's everybody from tonight? As I try to get this chain and stuff loaded up here. Can everybody hear me okay? Don't forget to tap like and share. And we're going to be using like some 2mm. Let me move these out of the way. It's just to show you different tools. 2mm chain here. This is stainless steel, by the way, not sterling. I do have sterling, but we're not going to use sterling for this. Thank you for coming in, everybody. I really appreciate it. Okay, so can you hear me? I do have a fan running. All right. We're also going to probably be working with several different types of gemstone beads, as well as some faux beads. And with these lolly beads, which are really cool. They're going to help us dress up those chain links to the Calcite beads that I'm going to use here to make the chain links out of. So, let's begin. We're going to do a calcite bead, but we're also going to do what? We're going to make the chain links here with the Calcite beads, which is really cool. I think you'll like this a lot. And it's not that hard to do. And I'm using parawire, silver parawire, which is also tarnish resistant. And I'm just going to take off, I don't know, just start with about an arm's length, and then I'm going to cut them so that we can make the chain links, which are really cool to make your own chain links and then add chain to it. So, using these pliers to help straighten it out and work hard on it just a little bit. And then we're going to cut this. Trying to stay on the screen. If I get off the screen, I'm sorry. A lot of the cameras focus again. I apologize. Oops, and my cat wants to help too. Star, get down. You can't see her, but she's trying to help. Okay, so we're going to cut about, I'm going to cut about 6, 1.5, 6. That's about half of a 12. And I go by inches, not millimeters, but some people go by millimeters. We're going to do 3 here, and then we're going to take this piece, which is half of that, about 3 inches. And we're going to put it here on the end and hold that together. And as we're doing that, we will clip it off right at where that one is. Oops. There we go. And this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not even, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. We're only doing this so that what? We can start to make the chain links. And you can do these with a double bead or a single bead, as I'm doing. I'm going to be doing with the single bead. Put that right in the center there, like that. And then I usually Use the smaller one on here. You can also do these with just a single round nose pair of pliers. I'll show you that after I do this. Okay, and then I'm going to take this and turn it out. And there you've got your loop for that end. And we're going to clip that too before this is all over with. And I'm going to show you how to do it with these two. That's why I try to do the smaller one about middle ways. And you just keep rolling it around until you get it up there. I usually use something to squeeze them down. See, this one made it a little bigger than I wanted, but it's okay for right now. We'll just do it this way. And we're going to clip off the little edges here so it'll be even. And I'm going to use these so they don't mar the wire. Oops, can you even see me? I apologize. There were supposed to be some other people here tonight too, but they didn't come, so that's okay. Everybody gets busy, and I haven't been consistent due to the storms and everything else. So I appreciate everyone for showing up. Okay, so that's basically a wire wrap link, and this is too long. So I'm going to clip it right there. I didn't realize it was way too long. But I prefer to use these to make my wire link hoop. For me, it's easier. And it makes it more of the size that I want. Just 1 second. I think I clipped it too short. No biggie. So I will show you the ones here I made and how these are done, and then I do them also with a hoop in the middle, a jump ring, and then 2 ends on each end to make your chain link. And then I added a piece of chain to it because I had started this already. Of course, it's gotten tangled up because it's in the box here. And I need that off of here. I suggest using until you learn to make, or I do a video on how to make clips and hooks and findings, that you use a lobster hook to hook your 2 chains together right here. I'm going to use a lobster hook on one end. Alright. Open this with my flat nose square pliers because that's easier for me. On this, open the jump ring. You can do it by hand too. I made all these jump rings, by the way, but I do have jump rings that are made that are stainless steel, but they're silver. These are smaller ones that you can use to hook into it also, but it is a little easier with a bigger hoop. And you just pull that through there. You can also do it with pliers, and then you take this and move it back and forth until you hear that little snap or click. I hope everybody can hear me okay, because I do have a fan running and it's a little warm in here. So we're going to take this, trying to make sure everybody can see. I have a lag on my tablet, so again I apologize. I'm going to pull that open right here and hook that through the hoop, just like that. And I added these chains to these chain links that I already made. And I will show you how to do that also. So we're going to continue to work on these. Just 1 second here as I get my veil nose pliers. I have 2 different size veil nose pliers, by the way. And this is 18 gauge, by the way. This is not 20 gauge wire. But it works and it's sturdy, so that's the big thing. I'm going to take about 1.5 inches, 2 inches off there. Same thing there. And then we're going to hold this in our hand, or it's how I do it anyway. You can hold it in your hand, it's not that hard. And then you want to just clamp that down right there and turn until you get it all the way around. You want that all the way around. You want that loop to go all the way around. And then I usually just use these to press it together like that. It works just fine, makes a perfect loop. And we do the same thing here. Just roll it until you get it all the way around. Okay. Whoops. I'm only human. I didn't get that quite like it was supposed to be, so we're going to re-roll it. There we go, and you just keep rolling it until it's all the way around into a complete kind of loop there. Sorry if my hand's in the way. Kind of forget that sometimes if it's in the way. And we're going to take these and turn this so it's even on each end. It's really simple. It's just a step-by-step easy way to make chain links. Okay, there you go. And then we're going to work on several more because we have to have at least 3 for each side of the chain that we're going to add to it in order to create the necklace, and then we're going to wire wrap the donut. Just find your hole there, put that through the bead, cut off about, I don't know, about 2 inches maybe, and then get it back to the center again, like that. And the same thing. And then take your either your round nose pliers like these that I showed you. You can do it with these or the other, which these are round nose pliers to make your hoops, or you can use the bail pliers to make your hoops. You just want to wrap that around till it's a complete circle. Oops. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this tonight. It was perfect the other day. Sorry about that, folks. It's called being live. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen on a live. We just roll that around until we get a complete hoop. I don't know why it's doing that. It should not be doing that, folks. Sorry. And I still don't know if anybody can hear me. It says there are 2 people in here, but I had only seen one, and I just never know. So let me look on here. I'm going to look back at my screen. Hi, Hyson. Then you could hear me. I'm so sorry. I couldn't see it on my other screen. Thank you so much for speaking up. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to take about 2 inches off of each side because this is rather long and it shouldn't be this long. I over-gauged it. But you got to have room to wrap the wire also around your bail pliers. And you'll get this. It's not that hard. I mean, you will get it. Just because I'm having issues tonight because it's hot in here and I have my fan going and everything else. So I'm sorry for the noise, the background noise, folks. Really, I'm very sorry for that, but it's too hot not to have the fan on. And you just wrap all the way around until you have a complete circle. Which for some reason, why am I having this issue this evening? Wow. Try this again. There we go. It's not perfect, but it'll do. It's probably because I knew I needed to be here at 8 and then I was running late. So, oops, sorry, the frame again. Use pliers to, ouch, smoosh that down. It seems like I'm having good luck with this one tonight for some reason. I'm going to try this. These are Calcite beads, by the way. They're really nice. They're real gemstones. So I'm going to try this. Normally I have this silver parawire much shorter than this to make the hoops. But I'm going to do it with a longer piece. Yep, that might have been the issue. I was cutting it a little too short. But I definitely know that's too long. And then we're going to do this one on this end to make our hoop. I'm guessing it's about a 2mm hoop, by the way. Use the back of my pliers right there. No, I'm going to use my flat nose, folks, because it's easier. And flatten that down. Turn it sideways like that. You just turn it sideways. Same thing for this. Turn it sideways. Wow, I'm just having a good time tonight. But that's okay. It will work. So we have 2 made now. That one's way too long. Exactly what I knew. Sorry about that. This has got to be shorter. You really do want to do it as close as you can to the bead. It makes a much nice, neater hoop if you can. There we go. Trying to get my hands out of the way so you can see me make the complete loop. Okay. Same thing, too much wire again. Okay. I'm going to straighten this one back out and go around here. Normally I don't have all these issues. It must be something in the air tonight. Thank you everybody for coming in, though. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure it sent notices out, but they all went out late, so people didn't come in. Next time that will not happen. I will cut my conversation short. I had a phone call I was on with a very good friend, and I don't think she realized how late it was, but she should have known I was going live tonight, because that's what I normally try to do, is go live on Saturdays by 8. There we go. I'll use this to Straighten this out. Try to. There we go. Straighten that back out nicely. Plus, I've been fighting with some health issues, so that's been a problem, unfortunately. Okay. I'll take this one. Just roll it over until it's in a complete loop. Oh, it's too long. I'm having this issue with the wire being too long. Normally I don't have that issue. It is not a hard feat, trust me. It's just for some reason I'm having some problems here tonight with getting this to hoop around the barrel pliers. Oops. Let's take off this and this. Slide this on here. So this will be like second or third bead. Oops, where did my bead go? I just did. I got it mixed up here in this chain here. Okay. And just wrap that around there until you get a nice round barrel almost from your barrel thing. Which I don't know why it's doing this, but I am really having problems with this wire tonight. Let me try something else, folks. Just give me a second here. I apologize. Oh. I'm going to try it on the spool instead, see if that's any better. I think I was using 20 gauge before, and all I could find before my live was my 18 gauge, so I ran with it. It's a little bit harder. I normally use 20 gauge for this, for making the wire lengths. Chain link wire lengths, by the way. That's much better. I think part of it's because this is 18 gauge. It's not that it's hard to work with, it's the thickness of the wire. So it's thicker than it was. So we'll grab this again. This is about 2 millimeter, this barrel here. I'm just going to keep turning it and holding it with this hand so I can get a round little barrel there, or round ring, however you want to call it. And then I'll turn it this way so it's sideways. It's supposed to be sideways this way. I think it's this gauge of wire. I think it's because I'm not doing it with the 20 gauge wire. So give me just a moment, folks. I'll be right back. Hold 1 second. All right. One moment, folks. I'll be right back. One moment. I'll be right back. Please forgive me. I'll be right back, folks. I apologize. Technical issues along with some wiring issues, and I'm having wrong gauge wire. If you hear any booming, it's not gunshot. I believe people are still firing off fireworks from the 4th of July. Oh, and by the way, happy 4th of July weekend, everybody. That's probably why there's hardly anyone in here tonight anyway. Either they're still celebrating their weekend or they're out of town. So give me 1 second. Moment here, please. Thank you for your patience. And I'll be right back. Okay. I'm not sure either. I've been having headphone set problems. Okay. Wow. 1 second here. And we'll be back on.